And the theme for today, mother healing. As your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Welcome to Words of Wisdom Tarot. I'm Wendy, with an E. And I use the chakra system to give language to what women inherently know and the permission to trust it. So it's a beautiful day here, and as you can hear, lawns are being cut and leaves are being blown. I cannot change the noise level other than to close the window, which I will do right now. But you're still going to hear it in the background. Okay. So as always, this is a general reading, and it's okay if it doesn't resonate with you. Not all readings are meant to fit everybody. So yesterday, I did a beautiful reading for you. It was awesome. It was fantastic. And for some reason, my video recorded in selfie mode. So the entire video showed up with you looking at the corner of my window where my tripod is sitting. That is why, and then I didn't have time. I had another engagement that I had made I had made a promise to a friend and I was supposed to be there, and so yesterday just totally exploded and I did not get a reading. I do apologize. But we're getting one up today and we're getting one up tomorrow. So I'm going back up to set up a garage sale. Okay, let's see what the guides, the angels, and the universe have for us today. So that noise you hear is a riding lawnmower because I'm watching him go by. It's fun when you live in an apartment. All kinds of things happen here. Positive energy, helpful person, divine magic, synchronicity, accept heaven's help, alchemy, and blessed change. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely. Alrighty. The Mother Healing card, the theme of the day card. This card, so what you need to know about mother wound healing. You need to understand that no matter what happened, your parents only had what they had in their toolboxes, just like we only had what we had in our toolboxes, right? And as society grows and changes, the toolboxes become more abundant. However, a lot of them had really crappy toolboxes. No word of a lie. No word of a lie. Toolboxes were terrible. We also have better language now for what it is that we've experienced in terms of trauma, needing to heal, all of those kinds of things. And I know the generation my mother comes from, that doesn't exist, right? That didn't exist. And you didn't look at your problems. You were just a victim to everything. And you blamed everybody else. I used to say, I think now the term is narcissist, but I used to say that my mother functions like she has an ellipse around her. And so it doesn't matter who is in her ellipse, but all their decisions come back and affect her somehow. Having done mother healing, I will tell you, first of all, it lives in your left hip. So if you have issues in your left hip, your left sciatic, your left glute, your left ovary, your descending colon, your rectum, your anus, mother healing, okay? This is how these things tie together. So, sorry, we have a cat issue at the door. It's just that kind of week. You guys, I don't know what kind of week you've been having, but I have had the craziest, most chaotic, uncontrollable week this week. On Wednesday, I spent some time with a girlfriend and I just kept saying, what is happening? I could not get a handle on the energies. And today I feel a ton better. So I think that full moon, whatever it was clearing for everybody, it was clearing a lot, because there was other astrology going on that was also contributing to this. My body has been screaming for a week, and I woke up this morning, I feel great. So pay attention to the energies around you. In terms of mother healing, this isn't about forgiving someone if you can't. This is about making peace with what happened so that you are no longer carrying that. It's about being able to diffuse it and reframe it so that you can carry the story without the emotion. I mean, having done the work and gone through all the shadow work and doing all the mother healing, inner child healing, all of those things, I realized some of it really was out of her control. As I look back through the generations of my mother's side of the family, I can see why my mother is the way she is. I also understand some of the traumas that happened. I don't know everything. My mother didn't talk to me very much about anything that had to do with her childhood or her life, so I really don't know. But what I have figured out and ascertained through meditation, repressed memories, and other things was that, my mother did the best that she could under the circumstances she had with the people who were surrounding her. She could have made different choices, but the society at the time, the collective at the time, was not in that place. And that whole generation is just victim-minded. I don't know very many. I met someone yesterday from the boomer generation who has very boomer thoughts, and I'm like, no. There's a certain amount of victimhood and blame that is carried through that generation, and I refuse to own that. And that is what this is about. You don't have to own your mother's pain, your grandmother's pain, your great-grandmother's pain, or all the ancestors' pain. What you're doing is you're here to transmute that energy and turn it into good, because even though what you were taught was painful, even though you're still probably carrying around pain from what happened, from whatever this piece is, you're here to transmute it into something positive. So those weaknesses, those things that hurt you, all of that, there's a positive side to them. So even though terrible things happened, you learned things. You might have learned them the really hard way, and I am not downplaying anybody's situation, because I've been through plenty of the same things, okay? I'm not here to sugar, but I'm also not here to sugarcoat anything. So have I forgiven my mother? Nope. I can't. As a mother who also made terrible mistakes, and if my kids don't forgive me, I can't blame them for that. But as a mother, there are things that happened in my childhood that she could have stopped, and she didn't. That she could have not participated in, but she did. And some of those things were egregious, and I don't have forgiveness for that. So this is your moment where I'm telling you, and I'm giving you permission to be able to find some peace in your heart around whatever you're carrying in terms of your mother wound, without needing to forgive her. You can understand where she came from. You can understand her faulty toolbox. So this is getting really deep into the mother wound healing, and hopefully this is going to be super quick to clean up the rest of the reading for you. But this just feels really important and is downloading. So I have to keep talking until the card stops talking. But you can heal this without forgiveness. I really want you to feel that. And I really want you to feel that energy that I have put into this video that gives you that heart-led permission to say, I love her. I have cat problems this morning. I can't forgive her, but I can diffuse it so I don't get poisoned by my own anger, by my own resentment. Okay? So that's where the mother healing is coming in. Wow, that was a lot. That was unexpected. Okay. So now we're going right to the root. So the first thing is positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people, situations, and avoid negativity. And actually in the sacral chakra is helpful person. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. Now that's not necessarily, you don't necessarily need to initiate unless you need someone to talk to. Maybe you need to talk to someone about what's going on, what's coming up for you, because this video may trigger some healing for you. I hope it does. So this is talking about surrounding yourself with positive, helpful people, people who can help you see through the forest for the trees, right? People that can help you reframe what you're working on, what shadow work you're dealing with, what things you're dealing with that you don't talk to people about. When you surround yourself with people who can help you, they help you heal things that they didn't break. Just by being there, just by giving you what you weren't given when you needed it. When it shows up again, all of a sudden you've got this, and that helps raise your energy. That helps make you feel more stable and solid and secure and safe inside your body, knowing that you have people that are going to help you on this journey. That as you come up with things, you're going to be able to reach out and say, hey, I'm in a really bad place. And by the time you're done with them, they've left you feeling better. Synchronicity in the heart. Now we're coming back to that card. So it feels like some of these people that are going to be over here in this positive, helpful energy over here are going to come to you synchronistically. Sometimes people just show up in your world in weird ways. You didn't know you even needed them until they were there. You weren't planning on going shopping, but then at the last second, you had an urge to go pop into a store and you bump into someone in the store, literally, and you become best friends. Synchronicity, right? It took you all of a sudden changing your plan at the last second. Oh, I need to, when you weren't planning to do it. It's something that comes in unexpectedly. Now, we call synchronicities things like seeing angel numbers or having feathers or dimes or musical lyrics, anything like that turn up right as we're thinking about something. That's a synchronicity too. But this synchronicity is the synchronicity of the universe showing you its magic and allowing you to understand that you are deeply and divinely loved, right? Synchronicities are the universe reminding you that you came here with a purpose and to show you you're still on path. When you have a synchronicity and you have that moment and it feels like, okay, that was really weird. We would call it a coincidence, except it's not. Do you know how many things had to change and be so that you two could bump into each other in that store? Literally? Yeah. Think about how many teeny tiny little decisions were made so that both of you could be there. These people are going to come in synchronistically. The answers may also come in synchronistically, but they will come in through, I think it's going to be just these people are synchronistic. The answers may not be, but you'll be more aware of the synchronicity. So you may find that synchronicities come in from other places. But for the course of this reading, this card is about people. In your solar plexus, we have divine magic. Woo! Whoa, that energy of that card just made me laugh. It felt like there was tickles inside of my solar plexus. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. We are in the middle of a very powerful full moon. I know they've all been very powerful and they just seem to be getting more powerful and more cleansing and Their energies are more chaotic. This one was nuts because I feel so different today. I could not get my brain to stop going off track. I couldn't seem to keep a thought in my head. Today I feel fantastic. So divine magic, when it comes to mother healing in the solar plexus, ooh, it feels like happiness. Can you see it on my face? It feels like happiness. I told you, happiness lives in the solar plexus, but this literally is going to give you happiness that you haven't experienced before because you've been too busy festering on this mother wound. Blessed change coming in through the crown chakra, tying in with the throat. Accept heaven's help. So with blessed change, a major life change brings you great blessings, and you've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. And it's funny, this is not connected to these two cards at all. Your third eye. This is about accepting I'm kind of at a loss for words because I'm getting this energy, but it's not clarifying itself in a way that I can put it into English. This energy comes down and it connects into my heart. It's like I've opened up here, blessed change. I've opened up to be allowing myself to receive through the crown chakra. And that's dropping right down into my heart chakra. And then it comes up, and because whatever's dropping down, dropping in, drops into my heart, then that's the help that comes down and then allows me to speak out of my throat chakra. That's the energies I'm getting. I'm not explaining it very well, but I think you kind of get the ideas. You're going to get divine help. So you're getting synchronistic help on the earth plane. You're going to get divine help from heaven when you allow it to come in so that it can help you change your life. And it will allow you to start speaking your truth because you know that you have the divine behind you protecting you. And that's going to cause you to have alchemy in your third eye. You have the Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. This alchemy, this is that transmutation I was talking about earlier. It's going to allow you to see the world in a very different way. You're going to see yourself very differently. The world is going to look different. Your family dynamics, everything is going to change because you're going to speak some truth about it to the people who are going to help you. So this doesn't have to go out on social media. You don't have to share this with anybody. This can be a really private journey, but you're going to have people around you that are going to help you so that you can transmute this, change your inner story, change the wisdom that you have, and incorporate this learning into that wisdom. And my way of thinking of it is you learn these things because at some point you're going to bump into somebody who's going to need your story. You'll be able to share this story in a way that somebody's going to see themselves in it. And they're going to say, wow, she can do it. I can do it. Yeah. So that's what the cards have for you today. I hope your mother healing journey goes well. Should you need more guidance, you can find a link in my link tree. I would love to work with you more deeply. I also have personals open. If there was something in here that resonated with you, please give the video a like, share, comment, turn on notifications, do all those good social media things so that the YouTube algorithms can find my channel and share it with other people with similar interests. I would really appreciate that. And last but not least, take what resonates, leave the rest, and go and have a great day. I love you.